The time was long ago. The place has disappeared, and the memory continues to fade. This is a story about a time I wanted to remind others to remember.
That's a time, Rich, will never be duplicated.
And a legend of a man who seemed larger than life. My name is Rich Pagano from Ridley Park, Pennsylvania. And let me tell you about the Baron of Leiperville. Amtrak. James Dougherty grew up on the heels of the Civil War in a town whose name no longer exists.
Leiperville started at the underpass over there in Chester Pike.
In an era history seems to have forgotten. Leiperville at the time was known for the trains, bootleg booze, and boxing. Dougherty built the Colonial Hotel. What happened inside these walls and behind this hotel is amazing. The reason it was known for boxing was because of Baron Dougherty's place. The top fighters in the country trained there, fought there, and when they came into town, it was the buzz. That buzz would move through the town when the likes of the champ Jack Dempsey would arrive. Dempsey became a close friend of Dougherty's and would later be seen in the same ring as the Baron refereed a handful of his fights, including this one with Tommy Gibbons. 1923, Shelby, Montana. There were no judges. He determined who won the fight. Dempsey, then the champion of the world, felt very much at home here in Leiperville, the town that was barely a mile long. When I was 19, I sat at this bar with my pals when beers were less than a quarter, before ever knowing its significance and how Dougherty turned it into a boxing mecca. On any given day, you could find a Hollywood actor or actress in there, professional Major League Baseball players, some of the top boxers in the country, politicians, the top people in business through the area, you name it.
Baron Dougherty's hotel was right over here where we're going toward it right now.
At 84, Tony Gretto is one of the last living souls that can give us a snapshot of this era.
Boxing arena.
Simply because he's in one.
Hotel.
That's him as an 8-year-old with light heavyweight champion of the world, Billy Conn. Used to shine shoes in there.
Oh yeah, in the Baron's place, 10 cents a shine. Once in a while a guy would flip you a quarter and you couldn't believe it. People in them days were all genuine. Not what you see today.
Today, as Gretto snips and cuts, his memories still flow.
Baron of Leiperville. Yeah. I shined his shoes a few times, you know. But you knew he was around all the time because if he'd start talking, everybody would listen. You know what I mean? He was just, like a superhuman being back then. Nobody had the money them guys had in those days. He was one of the few.
By the end of World War II, the sport of boxing disappeared from behind the Colonial Hotel. Along with it, many of its patrons and the stories they held with them.
It was always crowded in there, too.
In 1949, the bartender turned boxing promoter served his final notice, passing away at the age of 80. A quarter of a century later, the hotel burnt to the ground along with the golden era of a town called Leiperville.
Now they call it Crumlin. Big difference.
All that's left of this Baron's legacy is this cornerstone from that hotel, stuck in my garage, along with that snapshot of memories in Tony Gretto's mind.
And we were so lucky to be a part of it. You know what I mean? He helped a lot of people. You know, time moves on. All that stuff's gone.